Men and women, human beings are being sold for as little as £10 in Libya. This is a modern Arab slave trade, exposed.
Big strong boys for farm work, he says. 400. 700. 700. 800.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Somali Christian TV. We are your favorite Somali Ex Muslims, spreading the love of Jesus Christ and exposing all evil. If you're interested to learn more, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join the family. If this is your first time hearing my voice, and especially a warm welcome to you. I'm your host Naomi, and let's get into the video. So for some years now, there's been a horrific slave trade happening in Libya. Migrants are smuggled there by human traffickers for a better life in Europe. This is the way that they go, through Mali, Niger, Sudan, into Libya, where they are often detained and then sold in open-air slave markets. A new report came out this year that many are now being captured by Tunisian authorities who are selling them for as little as £10 to the Libyan slave trade. In the article from The Telegraph, EU complicit in sale of migrants as £10 slaves, it says this: migrants in Tunisia are being sold as slaves to Libyan gangs for as little as £10 per person, with the complicity of the EU, a damning report claims. They are rounded up in towns and cities in Tunisia, kept in detention centres, and then sold to militia and traffickers on the border with Libya. Women migrants fetch more, up to £75 each, because they are used as S-slaves, according to the report, which is compiled by a group of humanitarian organisations after months of research carried out in the shanty camps and desert detention centres of North Africa. It's heartbreaking because Italy was recently celebrating the decrease in migrant ships, right? 60% down, according to the Interior Ministry. Well, it turns out it's because they're in cahoots with Tunisia, who are violently intercepting these ships at sea, detaining the people, and rather than sending them back to their country of origin, they're selling them to Libya to the slave markets and selling them for as little as £10. Like it says in the report, state trafficking, expulsion, and sale of migrants from Tunisia to Libya, the drastic reduction in arrivals by sea from Tunisia to Italy since October 2023 is directly attributable to the violence and intensity of operations in which migrants are intercepted at sea. The fact they sell them to Libya, where they will be further sold into a slave market, and every awful thing you can think of happens to them, is disgusting. Send them back to their country of origin. Don't send them to Libya. But of course, they don't care because they will earn some money. What happens in Libya?
We know that some people are being sold.
Yes.
Some people are being sold. Is this something you've heard about? Can you tell us about
Sure.
that? Tell us.
I was sold.
What happened?
On my way coming, I was sold. Merciless beating. If you look at most of the people here, if you check their body, you see the mark, they're beating. With electric, even your boot, or they took something like a sharp object. Understand? Most of them lost their life there.
This is the horrifying reality of what happens there. Women are also sold as S-slaves, even children. Men, women, and children sold as slaves for housework or any physical labor. Because they are a slave and owned by someone and are not earning money, they are of course exploited in every single way possible. Many Somalis have also been stuck there, and last year they returned 161 Somali nationals from Libya. This poor boy was one of the victims. Praise God that he's back in Somalia now, but the atrocities they face in Libya is beyond inhumane. Somalis who have been there reported being beaten and worse when they were there. Many of them thought that they would be treated okay since they are fellow Muslims, but they found that they were so very wrong. No food, no water, no clothing. Then they are held at ransom. They're beaten and forced to call their relatives for $30,000. If they can't pay, they may be unalived and their organs harvested. Some of them were lured into this by people smugglers, promising them a better life in Europe for them to just get stuck there. Young, naive, hopeful Somalis are then sold to the Libyan slave trade. From an article by African News, it says this: some reports are truly horrifying, and latest reports of slave markets for migrants can be added to a long list of outrages. Last year, we learned that 14 migrants were unalived in a single month in one of those locations, just from disease and malnutrition. We are hearing about mass graves in the desert. And when we take a look at Islam, this is what the hadith says. Sahih Muslim 1602. There came a slave and pledged allegiance to Allah's apostle on migration. He, the Holy Prophet, did not know that he was a slave. Then there came his master and demanded him back, whereupon Allah's apostle said, "Sell him to me." And he bought him for 2 black slaves. And he did not afterwards take allegiance from anyone until he had asked him whether he was a slave or a free man. So Muhammad sold 2 black slaves to free 1 Arab slave. 1 Arab's life is worth 2 black lives. That shows you just how low they were regarded. Even slaves aren't equal. No, a black slave is less than an Arab slave. And now they are trading black people for dirt cheap in Libya. Libya is a failed state. And it's so sad to see what happens there. They need massive change to become a better country with laws. Human beings shouldn't be bought and sold. It's 2025, so how is this still happening? My heart goes out to those stuck there in Libya with no way out. I would warn anyone who wants to come to Europe to be careful to not get taken advantage by a people smuggler who will just sell you into slavery. It's better that you're free than stuck in a foreign country where you're at risk to be beaten or worse things happening to you. You could also lose your life. Anyways, thank you so much for being here and God bless you. Thank you to our patrons and PayPal supporters for making this video possible. And if you enjoy this content and would like to support us, please don't forget to check out the links down below. Don't forget to leave a like, a comment about what you think, and subscribe. Anyways, take care guys. I love you. Bye.